showtime.
BSnBeer Media in association with STWF TV, the podcasting network. We present to you the Frenemies Fantasy Football Podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into the show. It's the Frenemies Fantasy Football Podcast. I am Dale. With me today, my frenemy Tim. What's up, man?
What's up, my favorite enemy? The guy I hate the most and love the least. Yes.
There we go. There we go, man. How's it going today, man? Another football week is upon us. We're doing a show on a Thursday this week. How you doing?
Right, man. Week 6 is starting this week. I'm excited, dude. This is the first third of the season. You know that, right? Now with 18 weeks.
Yes.
So
yes, exactly. I was thinking about that this morning. Like, all right, I'm like 1/3 through. Got to stick with it, Dale.
Yeah,
you can do this. Because I mean, look, it's a lot of work. And you know, this is you know, inside baseball. Nobody probably cares about, but you know, my podcasting, doing like 20 shows a day and stuff like that. So you know, I'll be looking forward to a break when it happens.
all right. A month and a half ago, you were looking forward to us even starting.
Yeah. I quickly get burned out here, Tim. That's what happens.
It's all those wrestling podcasts and the golf podcasts that you do.
Golf podcasts.
Yeah, golf, table tennis. Don't you have a table tennis? Yeah.
Yes.
You're just coming up with all of them nowadays.
That's right. Everything I'm interested in, we do a podcast about it so I can get it out there in the world. That's right.
You are becoming the spirit Halloween of podcasts.
Oh, yeah, maybe so. Maybe
so.
Maybe that's what I am.
Did you hear that they're going to start doing Spirit Christmas?
Spirit of Christmas, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how much money they make, and that'll tell you which holiday is like the number one when it comes to going to the store buying stuff that you don't need. You know,
well,
for
now
decorations.
On one side you got like all the emo kids, you know, like on Halloween, all the emo people, and then you got to switch gears and you got to throw grandma in there all of a sudden. You know, sweet little old ladies coming in here, building up their fake snow cities with miniature cities. You know, dude. Yeah, it's totally different change of games.
But I'll be into some like train model cities and stuff like that. I'd be into that now.
All right,
start selling that, I might go.
All right, dude. We'll see it. Yeah, Dale. You can see all these goth bitches walking around there in Spirit Santa Claus. She got like a spider web tattoo on one eye, you know, and she's telling grandma where to get the reefs on aisle 7.
Yep. All right, man, let's get to some injuries. You know, we got to talk injuries because it's been another week of football, and when they play football, everybody gets hurt, Tim. Everybody get hurt. So let's talk about some offensive side injuries here. Right on the top of the list here, Ramondre Stevenson did not practice on Thursday with a foot injury. This could open the door for another running back. They are changing quarterbacks in New England. So why not? Why not switch running backs too? Let's do it.
Who do they even have over there, by the way? You got
that's a good question.
I'm looking this up right now on the Patriots depth chart.
That's a good question.
Antonio Gibson. I totally forgot about him.
Oh yeah, Gibson. Yes,
he's a very serviceable backup, man. So
and I was hearing like the chatter of him possibly getting more carries because he was more effective running the ball. So that's possible. Let's see some other ones that's on this list to kind of highlight. Jonathan Taylor still dealing with the ankle injury. He's coming off of a game where he missed, so keep an eye on that. We got Rashad White.
That's your boy.
Foot injury. I mean, look, you don't need anything else to make him be bad, but he's got a foot injury he's dealing with. Yep. And Zamir White dealing with a groin injury. He did not play last week either.
Mm-hmm.
But the big one on this list, of course, is Derek Carr dealing with that oblique injury. They're saying IR is unlikely. I mean, because that's unlikely because the Saints don't understand how to use IR. Okay, there's a little known really? Fact about the Saints is we don't understand IR rules in our front office. Okay.
All right, I didn't know this was a thing, man. Too many people getting hurt, not getting an IR.
Yes, this is definitely a thing. It's definitely a thing.
That's because your boss don't want to make you like pay you that paycheck. Because if you miss a game, you're not on IR. You miss a game, right?
Yeah.
You don't get paid for that game if you just missed it.
No, you still get paid. They got guaranteed money per game or whatever with their contracts. Yeah. But as long as you're on the roster and you could be injured and still be on the roster, you still get paid. So
all right.
So that's the thing with that. But one of the injuries we are still keeping an eye on is Kendre Miller. He did return to practice. He wasn't activated for the game last week. They're still ramping him up. Yeah. We'll see. Because like I said, the guy has not practiced this entire year, except for the first day, and he didn't make it through the whole practice. So
we got him on the healthy now list this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, don't run through it too fast. Now, hey, this other slide there's 18 people on this slide, man. I had to cut some big names out that I didn't want to cut out because dude, everybody and their mother's hurt right now, dude.
Exactly. So that's why we just do some highlights, and that is what it is.
Yeah.
So let's look at the defensive side. Big one stands out here is Christian Wilkins out for the season with the ACL injury. He just signed a big deal going over to Vegas. And if you watched Hard Knocks in season with him, he's a guy. So kind of heart goes out to him for that, man. Javon Holland, broken hand. Look, they said week to week, but look, it's a broken hand. They're gonna have him out there with the Q-tip on, maybe. But it's hard to tackle with the Q-tip on. I tell you, I've seen several DBs play with it. Just wrap that sucker up.
Yeah,
you can't use it. It's just a club out there.
So. Hey, there's no holding calls if your hands are wrapped up.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Clowney. Injuries. So look, man, Clowney has been hurt his entire time. He's been in the NFL pretty much, dude.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna just imagine in my world this guy's only played like 50% of the games that he's been in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and then did you see him? I think he was on the 49ers last year. Isn't that right?
Clowney played for the Browns last year, I believe.
You sure? Who was that was with Nick? Was it Nick Bosa on San Francisco?
Yes.
Nick?
No, it was the other Bosa. And
the name done missed you. I see you.
Yes.
You trying to hum it out.
Whoever it is, the other Bosa is.
you tried to quick go to your thinking
Joey
spot.
Bosa.
Yeah,
Joey Bosa, right?
You tried to go to your thinking spot, but I saw that.
And and they had Chase Young on the team last year. That's what they had.
Yeah. Well, no, Nick Bosa is on the 49ers.
Okay. Well, Nick Bosa.
Nick Bosa is on the 49ers. But they had I thought Clowney was on the 49ers last year too.
It was Young. Chase Young was on the 49ers.
Chase Young, that's it. All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, I was about to blame Clowney for Chase Young's. Remember he didn't work out well on the divisional playoff.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's highlighting him barely jogging to grab guys. I thought that was Clowney for some reason.
Yes. So that was Young.
Yeah, that was Young.
Yep. That was supposed to be the red flag before we signed him and stuff. So
y'all signed him?
All right. Yeah, the Saints signed him. He's
Oh,
got 1.5 sacks this year.
okay. All right. That's not terrible.
Yep. All right. And coming back from injury. All right. So coming back. Okay, yeah, you do have Kendrick Miller on the list. Is coming back. I mean, and he is technically practicing.
Yeah.
So yeah, look, this is better for him. Okay, it's better.
Yeah.
All right, we're heading in the right direction. Fine. Okay.
You see a boy out there.
Yeah.
I like it. Curtis Samuel.
Curtis Samuel said. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, coming back for Buffalo.
Yeah.
We've been wondering who their pass catchers are all year. Really?
Right. It's wide open, pretty much, and I've seen names.
Uh-oh.
The rookie,
Keon
the rookie
Coleman.
wide receiver. Yeah,
Keon
Coleman. He caught a touchdown, a couple of back shoulder passes.
Yeah.
From Josh Allen. He's been looking all right. He's not demanding the kind of target share that I'd like to see from him, but you can see it happening. It's starting to happen. So
yeah, that's good though. Dalton Kincaid too.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Joe Mixon is supposed to be coming back. I'm not 100% on him actually playing this week. This is his first time getting on the practice field for the week. I mean, it's positive news, of course, but I think maybe they sit in one more week and they play
Dameon Pierce.
Yes, there you go. Good job, Tim. Good job, Tim.
Dude, look, I'm not shitting you right now. When you started talking about Joe Mixon, I started looking up who the backup guy was because I knew you were gonna forget his name.
Good job, Tim.
All right. This is some junk, dude.
Wonderful job, Tim. Wonderful job.
They also got Akers and Dare Ogunbowale or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Ogunbowale, man, like he started stealing carries from Akers.
Yeah,
and I got upset and I cut him in one league because of that.
You cut Akers or
yeah, I cut Akers in one league because
okay.
Man, like I was expecting Akers to have all the chances, and then Ogunbowale gets in there and he starts handling business, and I'm like, damn, always got the bad running back on the team. Why can't I get the good one on the team?
Somebody that wasn't on the injury report was Nico Collins going to IR.
Yes, that's a big one. Nico Collins going to IR. So I think a lot's going to happen for Diggs while he's out, and we're going to see a lot more production from Tank Dell. But I'm curious to see if we start seeing the kid from Alabama start finally making some plays, because we've been kind of looking at him for a little bit.
You
Can't
talking
think
about
his name, of course.
Xavier Hutchinson or John Mechie?
Mechie. There you go.
Mechie hasn't done nothing yet.
Yeah. He hadn't really been playing very much.
Yeah.
And so they people were interested in trading for him. NFL teams were, and the Houston Texans were like, nah, bro, I'm sorry, I'm keeping him.
Oh wow.
So they kept him, and they just been really, really deep at wide receiver here. So keep an eye on somebody else. Got to step up to fill those vacated targets, man. So somebody's gonna step up there.
My bet's on Tank Dell. So if you're grabbing people, it's Tank Dell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So get to some news. Good news. The Steelers announced that Justin Fields is going to start. Tim, what?
What, dude?
What? You kidding me, Tim?
This is crazy. That's your boy. I
mean, look, he's been winning. He lost the game versus the Cowboys, but for the most part, he's been serviceable as a quarterback and a guy that you want to well, I can see you won't put him in your fantasy lineup, but you probably want him to start in your for your team if you're winning, right? But because the other quarterback they got to go to is Russell Wilson, and I am not on the Russell Wilson train. He holds the damn ball way too long. He takes way too many sacks, and that's his whole problem. And so good, keep him on the bench. Good.
Get out. Well, it's going to be no surprise if Russell Wilson takes over later in the year. They might try to trade him or try to trade somebody else. I could see Wilson get some work in just so they can make him look good and trade him for like a 6th round pick or something stupid. So,
well, it's a very cheap contract, so it makes sense. But I mean, yeah, you know what? Quarterback needy teams, especially like a situation like Saints are in, they're starting a rookie quarterback. And Dolphins. If you still have hope to push to the playoffs, I could see them kind of maybe doing some kind of trade for him. So yeah, makes sense. So
yeah.
All right. Let's get over to the beer flight here, Tim.
Ooh.
Let's look at some pickups for the week. The offensive side of the football. Kirk Cousins,
dude,
tops the list here. He looked good on Thursday Night Football. He's had an awakening. Threw for over 500 yards versus the Bucks. Kirk Cousins finally healed from this Achilles injury or whatever he had.
Yeah. It seems like but at the same time, it's just one game. You don't want to throw things out there like that. He did have 4 touchdowns, but he's got a good matchup against the Panthers this week, which is even more bonus, right?
Yes.
We've been preaching that one all year. But they've allowed the Panthers have allowed 18.2 points on average to opposing quarterbacks, which isn't a whole lot of points, but that's probably in a 4-point touchdown league also. So, you can add if you've got a 6-point touchdown league, you can add a few points extra to that. But I'm expecting 25 points or so out of him this week, personally.
Okay.
Caleb Williams, number 2 on the list. What do you think about that? I know you're a Chicago fan on the side.
I mean, with Caleb Williams looking the way he's been looking the past few weeks, he's got a definite connection with DJ Moore. I think that offense is starting to pick up and round out into form. Even Roshan Johnson getting involved on the goal line there. Like maybe that's his role, and it's fine. Now, as you got a role, you can put him into a lineup and be confident in it. So yeah.
Well, Joe Flacco too, though, in Indy. He's we're going to talk about him here in a little bit. So
yeah, I can't help but notice though, Tim, that Spencer Rattler is not on the quarterback list. Can you explain your disrespect for the greatest rookie quarterback ever?
Yeah. I'm apologize. I apologize, Dale. I'm going to go ahead and apologize ahead of time. But no, I steal this information from someone else. From my deep dive into the internets, and they didn't have him on the list at all for some reason. I don't know why.
Some reason.
So,
disrespectful, man.
Yeah.
All right, running back.
Dude,
the one that broke my heart is freaking Tank Bigsby, because I had him on my team last year.
Yeah,
I had him on my team.
You ever notice I purposely picked the people that you got to talk about. I'm like, Dale's in love with this guy. He's secretly a Bears fan in the closet.
Tank Bigsby, man, I played against him last week too, and he helped to beat me in this league.
Last week he had 13 carries for 101 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 28-yard reception on his 1 target.
Yeah, that 65-yard he had, like pretty much like put the nail into the coffin for me, because After that, it was a wrap, man. So,
And dude, I own Travis Etienne, and I think I won him one league. Yeah, I think just one league. Yeah. And he's chipping away at Travis Etienne's work, dude.
Yeah,
it's not cool.
But it's sort of to be expected when there is a viable other running back, which is why I'm saying that there is a running back shortage in the NFL. There are too many teams that have two running backs or no running back. Like this,
yeah.
Like I can think of Seattle the same way. They got two running backs. They only two. Get one. Share with somebody else, please.
It's confusing. Yeah.
So yeah, man.
So here's your boy Roshan Johnson, though. He made the list.
Roshan, like I said, he carved out a role where they're giving the ball on the goal line. He's making things happen. He scored 2 touchdowns last week. He's on my bench, of course, but I like seeing him, be productive because this was a rookie running back I invested in. I held on to him, and I want to see some return for my investment. And so he's starting to do some things on here.
There you are.
Well, I like it.
Tyler Algier too, though. He was very serviceable running back before Bijan Robinson got over there.
I mean, look, I told you after that game I watched versus Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
I said that maybe in this because they're in the Shanahan offense too. This one cut and go kind of offense. Maybe you need a less talented back to run successfully in this offense because they're going to follow the blocking scheme, and that's all they're going to do. And so Algier looks better to me running the football than Bijan Robinson does in this scheme. Now, I'm not saying that, Algier is a better running back altogether than Bijan is, but maybe for this scheme, he is.
Maybe for this scheme. All right.
Yeah.
All right. We'll try. Well, I'll listen to it. We'll watch it for a few weeks and see what's up. Dale's always says his theories.
Well, yeah, I watch football, Tim, and when I watch football, I have to make these kind of theories, make things make sense to me. All right, and then I go back and I look at these rankings and stuff. I'm like, what the hell y'all talking about? Y'all don't know what y'all talking about.
I don't even know. And then Dale's caught up in his feelings about football. That just to say he's caught up in his feels on football. When he gets excited about somebody, it
happens.
So here's we got next slide with one of your guys, one of your favorite guys on here.
Mooney, bro. Mooney has been doing his thing, Tim.
Dude.
I know this is a soft spot for you because you had Mooney when he was in Chicago.
The dead zone.
And now he's in Atlanta, and he's almost looking like the number one target out there in Atlanta, bro. Like Kirk Cousins is like, if it's not just deep balls, he's getting intermediate passes, he's running different routes. They're designing things for him. So like, man, I like what I see in Mooney, man.
Dude, he is looking pretty good right now. And if you haven't picked him up right now, somebody in your league should pick him up. But yeah, right. And also right now, Downs is looking pretty hot because with Flacco in there, he seems to be the same kind of guy.
Additional injury is Pittman going to IR for a back injury. So that opens up a spot in Indianapolis for a receiver. My first thought is Adonai Mitchell, but because he's a rookie. But Josh Downs could be the actual answer, the correct answer here. We have been seeing Alec Pierce step up too in Indianapolis. Lots of deep balls. I want to say he's got like 3 touchdowns on the season so far. Alec Pierce does. So that's definitely somebody to keep investing in right there. Especially while Pittman is hurt.
While Flacco has been at the helm. Downs has had 9 of 12 targets, 69 yards. He led the team in last week in both receptions and targets. over the past 2 games, he's had, with Flacco at the helm, he's had 17 catches, 21 targets, and 151 yards and a touchdown. That's very serviceable numbers.
Absolutely.
From Mooney and Downs. So
yeah.
So
Richardson was holding this team, the passing game, back. So maybe with him on the sideline looking at Flacco, he'll come in there and start slinging it a little bit, because that other stuff you were doing wasn't working, bro.
Yeah. What did you think about Juju though on that list? He's only 6% owned, so he's kind of like, he's high on the list.
Yeah,
maybe higher on the list simply because he's owned less, owned in less leagues.
Right.
But
so the consensus on Juju was he was washed. New England cut him early in the off season before the preseason was over. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And, he just sat out there at home, chilling with me, and then KC had the injury to
Rice.
Hollywood Brown,
and
they brought Juju in. And Juju is, I'm not saying he's a world beater, but he's a consistent guy, and he's going to be on the field. And hell, he burned the Saints across the middle. Like he don't look washed to me.
It's something when Dale starts talking like that. He's like, man, they burned us. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He don't look washed to me.
Well, he's actually on bye week this week, so he's not a serviceable week 6 pickup, but be prepared to grab him for a week 7 pickup.
Yeah, if he's on waivers, this could be one of the things you pick up like early morning on a Sunday, and just hold him, stash him for next week.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. So
yeah,
man. All right, and tight end Tucker Kraft.
Yeah, boy,
went off last week, bro.
Yeah, this is the kind of tight ends you like to pick up and be like, oh my gosh, this is what I got. Yeah.
Total of 9 targets. From last week, 53 yards, touchdown. Christian Watson has been sidelined. I believe he's supposed to be coming back. Who knows when he'll go back out? That dude there. But yeah, man, like Tucker Kraft has been a nice addition. And I remember it was just last year or the year before, they were talking about Big Bob or whatever being Tunyon being the tight end in Green Bay.
I was telling you, man, that Kraft was going to end up being the number 1 later.
Yeah.
I need to have clips like that just ready on the show, so I can be like, "I told you so, Dale.
I told you."
Yeah, I told you so.
Yes.
But week four, he had 9 targets, 53 yards, and a touchdown. In week 5, he was the tight end 1 for the week.
Yeah, man.
He only had 5 targets, dude. He got 88 yards and 2 touchdowns on 4 catches.
Efficient, man.
Dude, that's
really efficient.
That's crazy for anybody that receives the ball, dude. So yeah, bro.
But yeah, so it's a young passing game, and if you can get a piece of it, like that's the way to go in Dynasty, especially. So
where you at on the number 2 on our list right here for tight ends, Tyler Conklin? Are you that far on him too?
No, I'm not that high on anything in New York. I think Rodgers is he gets hot.
Washed. He's
yes,
washed.
Yes, he's washed.
I love it. So. Yes.
He can get hot and hit a few passes and stuff like that. But I don't think it's gonna be anything consistent that you can count on.
Gotcha.
And that's been my problem with the Jets and altogether. Like even Breece Hall has not been consistent in the running game, man. Like, and they just fired their coach. I think it's gonna be more of a mess to come along in New York. So the media wants the Jets to be good so badly. So
it's New York, man. The media in New York's crazy. Completely different than everywhere else. So
yep. All right, the defensive pickups here. We're looking at Houston as the top defense of the week here.
Yeah, the top pickup for the week is Houston, baby. Mostly because they're playing against New England, dude. New England over the course of 5 weeks has only scored 62 points.
But
They're
they got a
scoring the
new quarterback.
But there's more. Dell doing the Billy Mays. You know, what was that? The OxyClean. But wait, there's more.
Yeah. There we go. Flex tape, all that stuff. Yeah.
No, but they've got the second lowest scores in the NFL, man. So they're the 31st team on scoring. So I don't think a lot of that's going to change too drastically with a different quarterback, man. It might be worse.
I mean, I don't know if you can get much worse because Brissett was just anemic, bro. Like you couldn't do anything in the passing game. I've got Polk on one of my teams, just holding him, cross my fingers, hoping that he turns out to be something. And I've seen no production from him at all. So
I was listening to some stuff about Polk today. Like everybody's excited to see what happens with the quarterback change.
Yes,
Polk is on my radar. I just but I don't foresee anything. I really don't think the Patriots going to be good until they have another head coach switch, man.
Yeah,
2 or 3 years.
Probably right.
Just being real.
Right.
Being real.
So, let's go to the defensive line here, Tim.
No.
Sam Hubbard exploded last week. He ended up getting a safety and 2 sacks, 7 tackles.
7 tackles, 2 assist tackles, and then 1 sack.
Oh, 1 sack. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yep.
That's pretty dang on sweet for a defensive end.
Dude, that's money. How many points is that?
Let's see, how many points did he have last week?
I'll look in our league.
Yeah.
You might forget his name by the time you get around to looking.
Yes, I might.
He had 22 points last week, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
22, man. That's great for
game changer, man.
A defensive lineman.
Yeah. It's a game changer.
Yeah.
Absolute game changer there. So let's look at linebacker. Tevin Wallace is a rookie filling in for Shaq Thompson, who's on IR. So he got a 15 tackle performance versus the Bears. And
15 tackles, that's unheard of, dude.
Absolutely, man.
Dude.
So he should hold on to that starting role there. So this could be one of the guys that you can put into your lineup and can get you some solid fantasy points at the linebacker position too, man. So
I like it.
Everybody needs those points, man. Because look, I invested in Dorian Williams from Buffalo, and he's been pretty good for me, man. Like coming in, filling in for somebody injured.
Yeah.
So yeah. Those guys get the opportunity. Get them in your lineup, man.
It's always nice when you pick up a guy because another guy's hurt, and then you're good to go. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we got
defensive back.
There's your boy, Buffalo boy again there.
Yeah, Tyron Johnson.
Yeah.
He missed the last 4 games due to a forearm injury. But he's been one of the most dependable cornerbacks in the last 4 seasons. He could be like a DB3 value for the rest of the season. So this is a guy that you want to go ahead and get into the roster on your roster before you have to actually put a claim in on him. You can just pick him up for free.
I like free. We like free money around here, Dale. Yeah. So Marcus May, he was like 2 years ago, he was a big guy for me. He ended up coming through a couple of years back, but I think he had an injury at the very end of that season and ended up stinking it up. But he's on Miami. So.
Yeah, but he's gonna be filling in for Javon Holland, and but he's gonna be a guy and get you some points. So that's probably a guy that you wanna get if you need some kind of help out there in DB land. So
yeah, buddy.
All right, so that is the beer flight for this week. So now let's go we're gonna get into picking some of these games here, man. We are actually going to look at our pick'em and see how we've been doing this this season compared to all of you guys out there. And I've got to change the background back, didn't I? And
did we do the recovery one whenever he's healthy now?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, all right. I enjoy that little gift you got there the most. That's my most enjoyable gift. The second most is the thing running over the already injured people.
Okay, yeah. That's look. These are all good times back in the day, man. Like I show Breeze this stuff. My youngest kid.
Yeah,
and he got a good laugh at everybody getting run over by the ambulance too. So so yeah, man. Well, let's do these matchups right now.
And now let's look at this week's matchups.
All right, let's look at the pick'em here. Just to get this thing started off, Tim. At the top of the list, we got top of the bleachers.
Wow.
Tied with my guy, the Queefers. And then you heard my picks, and Ham tied in for second place there. Boo Bear wins. And Casey's Clown tied for third.
Casey's Clown. Oh, he's tied for third. Shit's 6 right there. Oh, they don't do no ties.
Tied. Right.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Because he was 33703. I hate you, whoever you are. Hate you. All right. Scrolling further down here, number 19 is Craig.
Oh, look there. There's me. 20.
Also tied is Tim.
Wow. I'm beating Dale.
Yeah.
I love this.
Me and Kyle down here with 20 correct at number 24.
Marvin.
Yeah. Bum.
I want to know what sports Marvin is good at. I'm sure his parents made to every game.
he's good at driving his kids around, man. That's what he's good at. Okay.
Yeah, because like he's bad at everything. It seems like, So bless his heart. This guy.
Yep. That's the pick'em results for the week. All right, so now let's talk about some games, Tim. We got Detroit, a 3-point favorite, going on the road to Dallas. The total for this game is 52.
You want to pull up them slides?
Yes.
You have to go to the second game though.
So,
yep.
Let's talk about some of the matchups here that are in a prop bet that the public is actually betting right now.
Okay.
So we got Dak Prescott, 279 yards, 279 and a half yards. People are taking the under there. How do you feel about that there, Tim? Because I mean, like, Dak has been kind of hot lately.
This is Dak, man. He's gonna fall sometime. The whole he's due thing. Mm-hmm. It's the opposite. Mm-hmm. What is the opposite of he's due? Right, Dale? Like he's due to implode again.
Okay.
So I think that's what people are probably taking. Lions don't have a bad defense though.
Right.
So, but yeah. I think what is his? I wonder what Dak's been throwing. What's his average lately? I'm pulling up his stuff real quick.
Look, I've got him. I haven't started him in any of my games, but I've got him in one of the teams that I own. And let's see.
Yeah, well, you know what? Out of 3 out of 5 games, he's surpassed that. So even against Pittsburgh, he surpassed that. So maybe the masses know something we don't know, Dale.
Yeah, like he's got he's coming off a 32-point game in our league. He's been under 20 points once this season, and that was week 1.
Yeah.
At 15 points in the first game. So I think he's been looking pretty consistent here as a quarterback that you have in your lineup. So I think if I would have started him all year, I'd probably be okay. As far as me not being angry with him or anything like that. So it's a good question. Brock Purdy or CJ Stroud to start this. I got CJ Stroud in one of my leagues, so I'm starting him.
Yeah,
I think that's the way to go there.
Well, I got Purdy number 5 this week, and Stroud as number 13.
Okay.
They actually show. It seems like you don't have to score so many points to beat New England. So, because they don't have an offense, so that's why New England's only allowing 14.6 points to the quarterback position, but that doesn't necessarily mean New England's defense is just great. They just don't have to score so many points to win. But Purdy's not in a great matchup, but he's ranked it better. Projection is 22.7 points for Purdy.
So he's saying that the lack of receivers worry him in the 49ers.
The 49ers. Ooh.
So they're I think Deebo Samuel did come back, right?
Kittle's back. Kittle's back. Debo's back. Ayuk's back. Juwan Jennings.
Ayuk finally had a breakout game this past week.
Jordan Mason. So I predict pretty good passing for Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, personally.
So you going Purdy?
Yeah, I'm going Purdy.
Okay.
Yeah, I like him Purdy.
All right, there we go.
All
right.
So which one of these prop bets you like, man? You think Goff is going to do under? This is what the masses are. The generic people are betting. The 249.5 yards. Most people are betting under there for Goff.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you in general, I don't like taking unders. It sucks rooting for the under.
All right.
It absolutely sucks.
All right, Dale's pick then. Which over or under on you taking Goff or Prescott? Prescott at 279.5 or Goff at 249.5?
I'll take Dak.
You gonna take Dak?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I'll take Goff. I'll take Goff overs 249.5 over.
Okay. All right. So what do you think about so one of the must starts in this game is definitely going to be Jahmyr Gibbs. What do you think about his season so far? As with you having him on your team and everything like that, how's he been for you,
dude? I think he's kind of been missing some here. Let me. I think he's been kind of slacking in some of it. He's the running back 13 in our league right now. Actually, he's all right. He's actually been good. It's not Gibbs that I'm upset at. It's somebody else. So it's probably ETN on this league. Yeah, it's ETN on this one. So Gibbs has been pretty good. He's been my running back 1 by far, even though he's ranked the 13th. That's just what situation I'm in that league. So, but yeah, dude, I enjoy Gibbs. I enjoy watching him play. Who's their number 2 though? Who's their second guy? He gets some touches every once in a while.
It is dang on it.
Oh man, it's the name.
Chicago. Dude from Chicago.
Montgomery's listed as their number 1. Damn. Dude, I don't even want to know what it's like if she asks you, like, did you know what today is? When
one of those days, and why?
When did you not know what today was, Dale? And you're like, you're not the kid to stand up in front of class and answer a question at all.
Maybe that's why I'm single, Tim. Maybe that's why I'm single. Okay.
Oh man, I love it. So right. Detroit's favored in this game by 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
let me ask you about Rico Dowell for the Cowboys.
Oh,
He has sucked for the most part, but last week he didn't suck.
yeah.
So the question is, can we depend on this Rico Dowell moving forward in the season, or is he going to regress back to what he was before?
Look, dude, I'm all right. So last week he had 20 carries.
20 carries, it's highest carries of the season, but
Almost
he averaged 4.3 yards a carry, and that's why they kept competing on the rock. He was doing good.
Well, in week 4, he had 11 carries. He averaged 4.2 a carry. So he had half the work, So this is a Cowboys question, okay? This is not a Rico Dowell question. This is a Cowboys question. And the Cowboys are ready to fail for you at any time they can. All right? So it's just the life of a Cowboys fan. It's just who the Cowboys are. And we're rolling with that, buddy. So
all right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's pick this game, man. We got Detroit going to Dallas. Detroit is a 3-point favorite. Who you got, Jim?
Oh, dude. I'm gonna go Detroit, man, because I think Parsons is out. Their pass rush is gonna be a little bit soft. And so I'm gonna go against the grain and go Lions here, -3.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Lions as well.
What?
-3. Yeah, I don't have the faith that Dallas gonna put together two wins back to back. So that's just how I'm seeing things.
Like you said, Dallas is ready to lose, fail at any point.
There we go. So we're both on the Detroit side. Everybody drink up.
Oh. I love it. Love it.
Let's go. Got a question. If Mixon gets cleared to play, do you start him? He's been out so long. I worry that he's going to have limited play time if he does come back. Yeah, if he does come back, he's still going to split time with somebody. I don't know if it's going to be Akers or maybe all of them. Maybe they activate 3 running backs in this scenario, and they rotate them all. So,
yeah, I got Akers and Dare ranked 40th and 41, and then I've got Pierce ranked 53, and Mixon ranked 66. So
yeah. Okay. So they're leaning toward him not playing. I lean the same way. I don't think he plays. So I think the backs are going to be Akers and Ogumwale. So yeah, exactly.
Ogumwale is getting a lot of the backup work. Yep. Dale likes that guy.
I hate him because he's better than he looks better than Akers does, and that's why I hate him.
Oh yeah.
All right, game number 2. We got Washington at Baltimore. And Baltimore is a 7-point favorite. The total for this game is 51 points. Definite no-brainer start. Jaden Daniels and Lamar Jackson. This should be an interesting matchup to watch.
Yeah,
because they're comparing the two. And we'll see what happens in this duel. But look, Jaden Daniels is a very fast quarterback as well as Lamar Jackson, but you don't see Jaden Daniels running as often as Lamar Jackson does, but he does run, and he will get you a lot of fantasy points. But his accuracy down the field has been amazing. The deep passes to Terry McLaurin, I love to see it, man.
Yeah, he's RG3 2.0.
Yeah,
he's a better version of RG3. so far so good, man. And with Cliff Kingsbury there, man, Washington's offense has been pretty hot. So
Fantasy Pros has McLaurin ranked as the number 20th wide receiver. So this is behind guys like Deontay Johnson, T. Higgins, Zay Flowers, Brandon Ayuk. Do you agree with this?
Wow. I have to agree with what my rankings say. Very political comment right there. Like, I have to agree with the answer that I'm not going to give you. I've got Terry McLaurin as 21, so 21st. It's mostly because Baltimore gives up the second most points to wide receiver position. They give up 38.4 points per game to the wide receiver position. So that's a big reason why. Seems like people can pass the ball pretty well on them.
Yeah, but how do you feel putting Brandon Ayuk in your lineup versus Terry McLaurin?
Ayuk, oh man,
who you start in your lineup?
yeah.
I know what the rankings say, but I'm saying, like, I'm just looking at it like,
Man, this is. Man, they got okay. So we got Debo and Ayuk as number 10, number 11 this week, and then I got old Scary Terry at 21. Yeah, dude. Man, I just don't feel like both San Francisco wide receivers are going to score that many points. Yeah, listener was commenting in about the Ravens are good against the run, but not the pass, I guess. And so,
I mean, look, Jamar Chase went off on them. T. Higgins showed up. I think T. Higgins had 2 touchdowns versus the Ravens.
Yeah.
That seems to be the way to go if you're going to attack the Ravens on offense.
Look, you know what? I'm going to back myself up here, Dale. Okay, because I gave the man advice earlier on Purdy, and I'm just going to stick with it. All right, we're going to Ayuk. All right, okay. we're gonna go. If I got a choice between Ayuk and Terry McLaurin, I'm gonna have to go Ayuk because got to be consistent, Dale. I know you don't know anything about consistency. This guy,
yeah.
So
maybe so. Let's talk running back really quick. Austin Eckler, he's ranked the running back 35. This is behind guys like Algier, Trey Sermon. Let's see.
Wow.
Roschon Johnson.
Yeah, your boy Roschon.
Todd White.
Did you ever think you'd see a day when Eckler is behind Roschon Johnson?
That's what I'm saying. This is pretty damn low, bro.
Wow.
That's pretty damn low, bro.
What is Washington's? Well, because they got Brian Johnson.
Brian Robinson. Yes.
Brian Robinson. Sorry.
Brian Robinson been doing pretty good at running back for sure.
He's been doing good, man. And it confuses me sometimes. Why'd you bring Eckler in? You had Gibson, right? You got Gibson and Brian Robinson. Why'd you bring Eckler in just to let Gibson walk? And then you probably could have kept Gibson too, man.
Well, they probably thought they were getting an upgrade over Gibson to go with Eckler, and I would have agreed with that last year, but it's not panning out as such right now, especially the money you're paying Eckler. So he's not doing terrible, but he's definitely not what you want. He's put up double-digit points every single game he's played. He missed the game in week 4 versus the Cardinals, but he got you at least 10 points in every single game here. And a lot of it is, I mean, he's getting some work in the passing game. Last week he got 30 yards in a passing game, but look like it's been touchdowns and maybe some rushing and returning yards as well. But you've been contributing in that aspect. So, just something unusual I didn't expect to see in Washington. So
Yeah.
Okay. Let's look at some of these props then, man. So the trending props, Terry McLaurin over 60.5 yards. That's the people smashing the over.
Yeah.
Rashad Bateman under 30.5 yards, and Justice Hill under 15 yards rushing.
What?
I definitely don't like that Justice Hill 15 yards rushing. That will kill you.
Wow.
Don't take that bet. My God.
You know, well, this is everybody's prop bets right now. These are the most trending. So like people are making these bets, man.
Yeah. I can see the Bateman thing coming true.
Yeah.
But under 30.5 yards receiving. But yeah, I'm definitely smashing the Terry McLaurin over 60.5 yards receiving.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Dale, on Terry McLaurin over 60.5. So it is a good defense, and they can probably pass rush pretty good on the Baltimore side. But I still think Terry McLaurin is going to be able to get over 60 yards.
Yep. Okay, so let's pick this game. We've got Washington going to Baltimore. Baltimore's a 7-point favorite. Give me Washington Commanders and the 7 points.
Yeah. Wow, dude. It's a 51 over under. That's a massive game. And so the Vegas is expecting Baltimore to lead by 7 points, man. I don't see it personally. But I'm going to go Washington plus 7, man. I think it's going to be a tight game. Baltimore still might get the win, the W. It might be 2 to 4 points the most, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't see Washington getting a whole touchdown behind.
Yeah, exactly. Look, the defense are playing pretty okay too in Washington. So I like their chances to actually win this game.
Now that they got rid of Chase Young.
All right, so we're both on Washington. So everybody get your glass and everybody Yes, indeed. Okay. So now we go to the big game. The one that everybody came to see, and that is Tampa Bay going to New Orleans. And Tampa Bay is a road favorite. They are a 3-point favorite. The over under is 41 points for this game. Definite no-brainer starts. You definitely want to put Mike Evans in the lineup. You definitely want to have Chris Godwin in the lineup. And definitely want AK in the lineup, because if you got AK in your lineup, you're probably drafting him pretty high. So,
well, you got to, if you draft him that high,
yes.
Definitely.
So, let's talk about the Tampa Bay side of things. Baker Mayfield been looking pretty good as a quarterback there. Let me see where he's ranked at least. He's ranked quarterback 13. So
this week?
It's pretty nice place for him. Now Evans usually has a matchup that is difficult for him versus the Saints. That's Marshawn Lattimore, right?
Okay.
So every year they have a battle. Now, I'm not saying like Lattimore always wins his battle, but a lot of times he does. Okay.
Yeah.
Another thing to factor in is Tampa Bay. They left Tampa early because of the hurricane, and they traveled to New Orleans probably on Monday or Tuesday. They were already in New Orleans, so they've been in New Orleans the whole week, and then they'll go back afterwards and I guess check out everything that that happened at home.
Yeah.
So this is something to kind of take into consideration when you're picking this game. I don't know if it hurts them. I don't know if it helps them, but it is what it is. So talk to me about Tampa Bay, Tim. What you expect to see from them?
Man, I think they've been doing pretty hot lately. They're coming off that loss this week.
Mm-hmm.
Who'd they lose to this last week? It was
The
kind of
Falcons.
the Falcons. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh man, so it'd be important for you guys to beat them, right?
Yeah, it's a division game. We need a win
Yeah.
bad. So yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So I expect I expect Tampa Bay to come out shooting and firing, but you guys have to keep up with them too. Of course, with
Mhm.
Riddler there, and but we're I don't know. We're gonna see. It's an interesting game. Are they gonna have other things on their mind though too, with the hurricane coming through? You get your
Right.
family back home. You got things to think about. Like, oh man, I'm over here in New Orleans and my family. They're my house and everything just got wiped out. So
Mhm.
it's a lot of things to think about. But yeah, I think it's going to be a close game, man. I'm going to end up having New Orleans +3. That's what I'm going to end
Okay.
up going.
All right. Look at some of these prop bets. Baker Mayfield over 234 and a half passing yards.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Evans over 59 and a half receiving yards. And Cade Otton over 33 and a half. I'm sorry, under 33 and a half receiving yards. That's what the public's betting. Listen, just trends.
Okay. Yeah.
You might want to take the over with Cade Otton over 33 and a half passing yards.
Yeah.
The tight end has gone over the past couple of games.
Mm-hmm.
This has been versus Philadelphia. This has been versus Atlanta, and then versus KC. So
Gotcha.
all of those tight ends produced versus the Saints. So maybe Cade Otton can continue that trend. I don't know if that's what the game plan calls for, but I'm not taking this under bet. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, I just looked up real quick. The last 3 games, he's probably averaged, I'm going to guess, 48 yards a game. Otten
Okay.
has the last 3 games. So he's averaged 8 targets, 9 targets, and then 4 targets the last 3 games. So, but about 48 yards total.
Yep. Okay. Just looking at the Saints side of things, I see Chris Olave. He has been ranked as the wide receiver 22. He's coming off of a terrible game. I think he had like 10 yards last game. And now we have a rookie quarterback starting in Spencer Rattler. What do you see from Olave this week? How would you think he fares or whatever this week?
Man, I got Olave as a wide receiver 23, 11 points. I wish that I had a breakdown on how many yards and stuff he's expecting to have this week. But
Projections?
yeah, projections on what everything else was. But yeah, he also has ranking wide receiver 23. Oh, Shaheed, sorry, is ranked 29th. So I'm going to assume Shaheed's going to get some, of course, like he's been doing most of the year, done a couple of downfield shots. That's going to keep him up there. But if he doesn't hit with that, then he's toast. But Olave is probably going to be your more consistent wide receiver in this game, just for mid-range shots. But yeah.
Derek Carr really loves Rashid Shaheed. And so for him, that's his number one target, I believe.
Okay.
Now, with a new quarterback, I mean, who knows who he's going to end up favoring? But
there's usually like some dude off the second team that they end up pulling up to be number 3 wide receiver.
Exactly. And who knows if somebody else will, step in there and start handling business for you that we just don't even know about because he's got a connection with Spencer Rattler. Working on a practice squad and and scout team with them and develop a connection. So
everybody needs a Rudy.
Yeah, yes you do.
Everybody needs a Rudy.
But back to the question for Chris Olave, like, are you sitting him?
Oh, dude.
And just kind of wait and see what happens with this backup quarterback?
If I'm sitting Chris Olave, I'm also going to sit Shaheed, and I don't know if I could sit Shaheed, man.
Okay.
So if I got Olave, I probably got him on the list too. Kind of the same scenario as what was that last that running back we talked about last game. Last game we talked about. You drafted Kamara. When you talked about Kamara, you probably drafted Olave as so high you have to play him. So yeah, dude.
Okay. All right. Well, let's pick this game, man. Right. We've got Tampa going to New Orleans. Tampa is a 3-point road favorite. Total for the game is 41. This is just my Saints fandom speaking. Give me the Saints. That's all it is. Don't bet that.
Well, I was going to go with Saints +3 also because I think it's going to be 2 points, man. I think it's going to be 2 points. Saints at home. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
I'll just be honest. Look, it's just Saints fandom. That's all it is.
That's all it is. All right. I like it. Yeah.
All right. So we both picked the Saints. Everybody drink up. Yes, Saints, we need to win so badly. So bad.
What was your prop bet on this one?
Oh,
was it Auden with the over?
Yeah, Auden over the 33.5. Yes.
I got you. That makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna roll with Baker Mayfield over the 234.5.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens though.
Yep. All right. Well, that is week 6 in the books. We definitely appreciate the people reaching out with the questions.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you, Tim, for joining and everything, man, and getting everything together.
I don't think you do. I don't think you give me a choice. I don't think I really have a choice by now whether I'm here or not.
Yes, exactly. But I still appreciate you being here. How about
that? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes words make you feel better, Tim. That's all.
Sometimes words make you feel better. We're dudes, Dale. We don't get the words.
Yep. And speaking of words that make you feel better, Tim, as we wrap up the show.
I hate you guys so very, very much.
There you go. All right. We are out. We will see you guys next week.
Remember to follow us on social media at BSnBeer Media. Also, smash the like button on YouTube and share with friends.